Hello and welcome to a very special episode of Bahrain Now, marking Bahraini Women's Day. I'm Yasmin Ibrahim. This year doesn't only mark the 20th anniversary of the establishment of the Supreme Council for Women, but also comes with a theme of celebration of all Bahraini women contributing to national development. We'll talk about this and more right after this.
Under the patronage of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, the Supreme Council for Women (SCW) is celebrating today the Bahraini Women's Day 2021, coinciding with the 20th anniversary of the SCW's establishment as a national monument concerned with following up on the advancement of Bahraini women, led by Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, wife of His Majesty the King and President of the Supreme Council for Women. Today marks a celebration of Bahraini women in the national development, a march of progress in a dedicated nation. The Bahrain Women's Day 2021 also coincides with the Kingdom's celebration of the 20th anniversary of the National Action Charter, which paved the way for completing women's political rights and the resumption of their active participation in public affairs. Justice and equality in rights among the citizens, men and women, are the fundamentals on which the SCW's work has been based as part of its commitment since its inception to supporting the royal vision on women's partnership in building the nation, as their efforts and achievements rise to the level of the high confidence of the political will in them. The royal pride in the accomplishments of Bahraini women reflects an appreciation of the Bahraini women's role in the National Development March, which is progressing steadily thanks to the keenness of His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, to translate His Majesty the King's directives to bring about more progress and prosperity to Bahrain and its people. Today's celebration voices Bahrain's commitment to the provision and preservation of the rights of women, because in Bahrain, every citizen enjoys the full extent of their rights. And with that being said, the Supreme Council for Women will continue to champion the ideals of gender equality and give the women of Bahrain a united voice. Today and every day, happy Bahraini Women's Day.
مع تواصل هذه النجاحات التي تشهدها المرأة البحرينية، تطيب لنا الإشادة بجميع الجهود والمساعي الجليلة لسلطات مملكة البحرين، من حكومة موقرة ومجلس تشريعي ومؤسسة قضائية، لإيجاد ذلك التكامل الداعم لحضور المرأة في قلب مسيرة التحديث الوطني.
Welcome back. In celebration of this occasion, we have here with us in the studio a remarkable Bahraini woman who has made outstanding achievements in her field and amazing contributions to the development of the kingdom. Joining us today is Assistant Professor at the Department of Physics at the University of Bahrain, Dr. Hanan Abu Flasa, who is also a member of the National Standard Committee on Renewable Energy and Energy Storage System and the Bahraini representative in GCC Committee. Hello, Dr. Hanan, and thank you for joining us here at the studio.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
So, Dr. Hanan, how do you see the development of Bahraini women led by Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim?
Wow, I believe everyone is jealous from Bahrain for that opportunity, actually. So we have the strongest, I think, initiative in terms of empowering women. And the Supreme Council are really taking care of women, I'll be honest with you. And this is something that we are proud of. And we always actually mention in many occasions and many events that we attend there.
Yeah.
And you can see them, they always ask, well, how come you are empowered that much?
Yes.
How you are taking these roles? And we tell them this is very normal and common in Bahrain.
Yes.
So it's not a surprise at all.
Of course, and it's something to be proud of.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course, yeah.
So can you tell us more about your field of work, especially that you specialize in renewable energy systems and environmental physics?
Yes, actually I have graduated, I had my BS in physics computer science.
Yes.
And then I have joined Loughborough University,
wow.
The Center of Renewable Energy System Technologies in the UK, and stayed there for 6 years to finish my master and PhD in renewable energy. I'll be honest with you, that was at that time, it was strange for them. Even when I was doing my master, they were like, why you are from the Middle East and doing master in renewable energy?
Yeah,
yeah, you know,
of course.
Because we are the conventional fuel region and the rich region in that aspect.
Yeah.
So why are you moving that? I was like, well, we have a different goals now. I think the world is moving into more integrating the alternative energies into the systems and into the grid systems and into the energy in general.
Yeah.
So from that, I loved it, I'll be honest with you. And I think that we still at the beginning and the steps, and there is a huge opportunity for Bahrain in particular because of its size and the resources and the expertise that we have. I think we can even do amazing things in renewable energy, and we should have to think of giving a lesson, if you like, to everyone in that area. Yeah.
And the potential is great. The potential is amazing.
It's amazing.
What can you say about that?
You have two very important aspects. I want to talk about something here. We have the human capacity, and that is by itself is a potential we have to think about and to encourage. And you know, maybe always I'll talk a little bit technical here. Some people, they will say that we don't have enough market because Bahrain is small anyway, so the market is small anyway.
Yes.
But what we have is a human capacity that can actually move the market from being a local market to the international market. So everything can be developed and grow here, and then we can compete at international level in terms of actually we provide them with this technology. I had a chapter in one of the books that we was actually published in 2015, and it was more about reshaping the energy sector in the region. And we definitely, and this is not something that myself only is saying, that everyone is saying, that although the energy is moving towards renewables, but it doesn't mean that we're going to be left out as regions. We're still going to be leading because we have so much resources, and we have huge opportunities to actually lead in that area.
Yeah, I completely agree. Considering that it's usually a male-dominated field, how do you think we stand out as women, and specifically in the Middle East?
Yes, even outside, I'll be honest with you. So even if you see, and when we attend the conferences or even when we do work, the percentage of women compared to men in this area is not that big, I'll be honest with you. But still, when they are there, they are standing out and they are really doing remarkable things.
Yes.
It's not like they are just there because they are there. And this is very important. I always say we are not I don't believe in the quota. Okay? I believe that we actually have the power and we have the expertise and we have the skills to lead. Not just because we have to be a number as women.
I agree.
And we have learned that because we have seen how the Bahrain has given us as an opportunities not to really differentiate between male and female in that aspect. So, but what we need here is women to believe that they have a significant role in this sector,
Yes.
and that they can have even change or reshape the sector itself.
Exactly.
So we need them to be in.
Yes.
So the sector is open. So
Yes.
that they have to
It's
jump
just
and
exactly taking
yeah.
a hold of those opportunities, those
course.
countless opportunities that are
Yes.
provided for us
Yes.
women. And how do you see Bahrain paving the way for women to actually take on this role or take on this leadership position?
I'm happy that I have been chosen to represent Bahrain in many aspects in this area. And one thing I want to add, I'm actually representing Bahrain in the International Electrotechnical Committee, or Commission, sorry, in two committees. One is the Solar Energy Committee, and the other one is the the Wind Energy Committee. And also I'm the liaison officer between these two committees. This is one of the largest international standardization organization in the world.
Yeah.
So having to be involved in it, having to give decision, having to give the like what Bahrain thinks of how the standard should be for renewable energy, this is by itself is huge, I'll be honest with you. And having to be given this opportunity to represent Bahrain, I can't say anything more, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I believe that everyone can be, and every woman in Bahrain is actually leading and having a position that they can represent the country outside in many fields.
Exactly, and we do have like a whole lot, a huge number of female representatives that are leading in several different fields,
oh my God, yes,
which is
course.
amazing.
Yes.
So as a follow-up, as a Bahraini woman yourself, how do you value the support of the Supreme Council for Women for the development or the advancement of women in all fields, and specifically your field?
I would be honest with you. I mean, like the Supreme Council, they trying as much as possible to highlight and mitigate the areas that the women are not still developed in it.
Yeah.
And I have attended a few meetings with them, honestly, myself, and especially when they were encouraging women to more engage in IT and to combine the IT with the market and with the business. And that was amazing to see and to notice, I'll be honest with you. And it's a matter of we have to approach, I will say it in different ways, I'll be honest with you. We have to approach the Supreme Council because they are there and they are open for us as women to approach them and to bring them the ideas. And I will say myself, I'm a little bit, I have to do more in that aspect. I have to approach them more. We can work together more into developing the renewable energy for women in specific, because there is one area that I can see even women at homes, they can get involved in and they can do better and great work in that field, and they could help the industry also. So this could be something in the future that we can focus on, and I will take this platform to put this initiative with the Supreme Council of Women to go ahead and empower women in that sector more. And
as you mentioned, we do have the opportunity, and you mentioned that it's up to the women to actually go ahead and take a hold of those opportunities.
Of course.
Do you have a specific message you can tell, or you would want to tell women in Bahrain to want to, let's say, motivate them to take those opportunities?
They are motivated, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes I'll be honest with you, I will say a joke here. Because usually I say to my students, and when I compare the male and female girls, and I would always tell them, I think we need a Supreme Council of men also, because we are so lucky to have that, and we have all the opportunities, and we need something also for the male to be done at that aspect. But I would say you are empowered, you are strong, you have all the opportunities in front of you. It's just you put the limit.
Yes.
So if you want the limit to be the universe, I will not say the sky.
Yeah.
Okay, you can reach there. And mashallah, you can see them even in space. We have so many good examples there in SSA. So I'm sure that there is nothing can stop the Bahraini women, and they can just proceed to whatever dream they want to have.
True. The sky's the universe is the limit.
Universe is the limit.
So on this special occasion, is there anything you'd like to add before we conclude?
I would like to take this opportunity to send a message to all my students, I'll be honest with you, to all my colleagues, and I'll tell them that we definitely work as a team,
Yes.
male and female.
Mm-hmm.
And without this teamwork and feeling and mentality,
Yes.
we won't be able to achieve anything.
You're right. We
So-
need each other. We
Yes,
need each other to
definitely.
grow.
We need each other to grow.
Yes.
Definitely.
Thank you so much for joining us, and
My
thank you for
pleasure.
being here today. We wish you a very happy Bahraini Women's Day.
Thank you very much. Same to you.
Stay tuned. We will be back with more right after this.
لا تزال الذكريات الأولى لتأسيس المجلس الأعلى للمرأة حاضرة في ذهننا حين وجهنا جلالة الملك حمد بن عيسى آل خليفة ملك البلاد المفدى في العام 2001 لوضع دراسة متكاملة وعاجلة لإنشاء مؤسسة تختص بشؤون المرأة البحرينية ذات دور استشاري ومتابع لكل ما من شأنه أن يرتقي بالمرأة.
Welcome back. We are halfway through this very special episode of Bahrain Now, and we turn to another Bahraini leading lady who is the head of marketing and corporate communications at the Bahrain Institute of Banking and Finance, Ms. Emel El Surani. Hello, Ms. Emel, and thank you for joining us here at the studio today.
Thank you, Yasmin. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you for being here. So the Bahrain Institute of Banking and Finance is known for its outstanding role in supporting Bahraini women and providing a variety of opportunities for women's empowerment. Can you tell us more about this regard?
Yes, the BIBF has been a beacon of knowledge for the past 40 years, having been established in 1981. So this year we celebrate 40 years of achievements throughout the years of empowering women in the finance and in the finance world, basically. It's really been an honor for us to provide training opportunities for women, and women have been fundamental in the nation building process. And as is clear today, Bahraini women are celebrated every year on the 1st of December in Bahraini Women's Day, and that makes us really proud. The theme of this year's celebration of Bahraini women can't be more relevant. It's the role of women in national development and a march of progress in a dedicated nation. This is just another reflection of how women are encouraged, women are empowered in every aspect. The BIBF has been providing training and development opportunities equally between men and women. We've always taken this as a given. Our programs are open to both genders, and especially women are fundamental to growth in anywhere.
A follow-up to what you just said. So as a Bahraini woman yourself, how do you value the support of the Supreme Council for Women for the advancement of women in all fields and in your field in particular?
No doubt the Supreme Council for Women has been fundamental in supporting the royal vision, in supporting women, and in creating a supportive environment that provides nurture, care, support to Bahraini women in all aspects of their lives, whether they are in government, whether they are in corporations, in the business world, or even within their families. And I'd really like to take this opportunity to congratulate them on achieving 20 years of being a supportive pillar in our society. And we are really proud as Bahraini women to have such an institution that caters to women's requirements, women's needs, and is supportive in every aspect of our lives.
Yeah, and you mentioned that the BIBF takes into account like the training in human capital development. Can you tell us more about how the Institute plays a role in terms of how it supports Bahraini women in the financial sector? And in regards, it will correlate to the, let's say, advancement of the Bahraini market.
Like I said, at the BIBF, we've always taken gender equality as a given. We always see men and women as equal partners in nation building, and it's always been that way. But we do have programs that cater especially to women. I'll give you an example on that. During 2020, with the COVID-19 pandemic, we presented a program that was specifically for women, which was to help them with the digital literacy. You know, as you know, many women found themselves online and having to help their children study online or do payments or do procedures, everything online. So we catered to a program for digital literacy in cooperation with BBK. And that was really a success. It was a big success because we found that many women wanted to learn more about how to use, you know, the different digital platforms, the different programs, how to be secure online, and that was a really good reflection of the training opportunities that were provided only for women. But on a general level, all of our programs are open to all genders. Of course, the BIBF is supportive of all women and supportive of our students and our staff. We're very lucky at the BIBF because we have around 60% of our staff are ladies.
Wow.
And they are even in leadership positions like human resources, like insurance, banking, marketing, so and other specializations, of course. But women play a leading role at the BIBF, whether as staff or as students.
Wow, that's amazing. And I love how you used COVID as like a platform for you to advance, like it was an opportunity on its own.
Exactly.
That was pretty cool.
Yes.
That was pretty impressive. So what are BIBF's future plans to further support Bahraini women? You mentioned that initiative. So what other initiatives, let's say, are there in the future?
We're constantly providing training programs, initiatives, you know, even the public offerings, which are the morning classes or the evening classes, all of them are training opportunities across the board, whether it's for banking or insurance, whether it's accounting or digital transformation, or even leadership and management. All of our programs cater to improving the Bahraini skills, a Bahraini skill set, increasing the knowledge and the specific knowledge for different roles within a corporation or within the government. And most of our programs are customizable. They are programs that cater to the business sector and cater to يعني, all organizations that have a specific requirement. And we continue to provide programs that improve the level of knowledge, the skills of Bahrainis throughout in different sectors.
So on this special occasion, is there anything you'd like to add before we conclude?
I'd like to take this opportunity to send my very best wishes and my heartfelt congratulations to Her Royal Highness Princess Sabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, the wife of His Majesty the King and the head of the Supreme Council for Women. I'd like to congratulate her on the Bahraini Women's Day. And I'd like to also congratulate all women, all super women of Bahrain,
Yes.
For being the role models that they are. The Bahraini woman has been a fundamental pillar in nation building, and I'm really proud to be a Bahraini woman that is surrounded by role models. My dear late mother and my dear aunts, they're examples of a strong woman, and that's how they taught us to be. We were taught by our mothers, by our family members, to be strong, independent women, and I wish all women in Bahrain the very best on this beautiful occasion. It's amazing to be a woman in Bahrain. There are no pay gaps. There is no discrimination. We are extremely supported. We have everything we need, and we are fully aware of our roles and responsibilities, and we are just equal partners in nation building.
Thank you, Ms. Amal, for joining us, and thank you for being a motivation and a role model for all Bahraini women, and we wish you a very happy Bahraini Women's Day. We will be back right after this. Stay tuned.
نحن نتشرف بحمل مسؤولية أعمال المجلس الأعلى للمرأة وبإشراف ملكي مباشر، وبدعم من حكومة مملكة البحرين الموقرة ومساندة كافة شركائنا من أجل تحقيق رسالة المجلس في أن تكون المرأة البحرينية الشريك الجدير والقادر على مواصلة بناء الوطن واستدامة مكتسباته.
This year's theme of Bahraini Women's Day celebration reflects the deep-rooted presence of Bahraini women in the nation-building process and its gradual progress hand in hand with the development of the modern civil state in Bahrain based on justice and equality in rights among the citizens, men and women. This shall continue with the leadership of His Majesty the King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and Her Royal Highness Princess Tabika bint Ibrahim Al Khalifa, wife of His Majesty the King and President of the Supreme Council for Women. This brings us to the end of this special episode. Thank you for watching and happy Bahraini Women's Day. Goodbye.